Alright, I'm gonna do a little testy here. Let's see if I can rock the cradle back enough. So what we have is quick test. Actually, here, show you first. Alright, this is called the Bugatti right here. I got a shotgun mic right now with test, so bear with me. This is like one of the clearest Bluetooth speakers I've ever used. Right now I got my M audio interface hooked up to my laptop, but I'm not really using the laptop. I'm using it as the power, using the 5-volt power, whatever, to power it. This is the headphone output, but I use it for the headphone output. You can also use the speaker. But I just want to say I have these RCA jacks here. These go in the back. I thought you plug them in, and I could use my old wired RCA sound system. And it doesn't sound like it. It's very bassy. But if I could use both at the same time and create a surround sound effect, I would have. But it don't work. If you have one plugged in, that's the only one that works. So you can't have them both going at the same time to create a surround sound setup, which is dumb. So, it's pointless. I'm gonna go put it back to my TV. But anyways, I found my old NW700 like in the rotting today, and it still works after like sitting in the shed in the dust and the humidity for 2 years. Cleaned it up, it still looks brand new. Anyways, now I can hear it coming out of the Bugatti. Alright, this is a condenser mic, the NW700 by Newer. You can see it, NW700. It's been around for a while. And it's also weird. It's a front address mic. It's like if you see Ben Shapiro, he has one because he always sets it like this on his podcast and speaks to the front of it. Because you can see, look how clear and detailed it is right here from the front. I'm going to do the off-axis rejection here. It gets a little bit more muffled, about an inch away altogether. Now I'm at the back of the mic, and look, it's totally bassy and rejected. And as I go around, blah blah blah, same shit, back to the front, and we get the full, beautiful, bright frequency range now. So, it's a cheapy one, but it came with a shock mount, and I got a stand with it, yada yada yada. A long time ago. But like I said, this is a condenser mic, and you have to use phantom power, and that little red dot shows you that it's on. There's a little switch in the back there. That little green light flashing is your clipping meters. As long as it's in the green, you're good. And this little, I paid for this used little M audio is the best. You had to have no drivers, plug and play on a Windows 10 device here. And I can record on this, I can record from a source outside of this, whatever. It's awesome. Anyways, this is what the Newer sounds like with the gain set at not even 25% there. The output I got cranked pretty much. I turned it down a little bit. Turn the gain up here, but yeah, that's radically different because I'm going to show you a dynamic mic right now as I switch this out real quick. Alright, so this is, let me get too close. Sorry about that. This is NW700. I'll take it out and put in an SN48. This is a dynamic microphone that doesn't require phantom power. So, shutting that off, dynamic microphones don't require much energy to use. Therefore, you don't have to supply all this additional voltage. Alright. And at the same settings there, watch how quiet it is. Look at that. You can't even barely tell I'm on the Bugatti right now. Alright, so I'm going to crank up the gain. Okay, now I'm about 50%. It's getting a little louder. The output has been at 75. I can crank that without distorting. Let's keep going on the gain and see what happens. Alright, I'm at 3/4 now. Wow, it's pretty loud, but not getting close to clipping and everything. But as you can see, as a dynamic mic, you have to drive your preamp, your gain and output much higher to get the same level, because a condenser mic is much more sensitive. And I got my fan going up here. You probably ain't gonna hear too much of that at all with this Shure microphone, but I might with that condenser, because it's really, really sensitive to all these kind of sounds. And this is pretty much sounds the same as you go all the way around it, but it does reject from the rear, as you can see. I'm speaking at the rear and it absolutely hear nothing whatsoever. As I get up close, you can start hearing my voice come back, but not much. You have to be right up on a dynamic mic to have it work good. But it's cool because you can really get a feel for the nuance of proximity and singing, and how to, when you get louder, go back a little bit, and just you can kind of, dynamic mic is dynamic. You can really tailor it, get it up really close, and tailor your sound. But as long as you're up close and really right there, you can make it happen correctly, right? So this is the XM48. Next, I'm going to plug in the Berhinger xm8500. Here's our XM8500, still like brand new. But hard, very beautiful, hard, quality build. You can drive nails with this thing, I'm sure. It feels just as quality, if not better, than the SM48. Oh, here we go. It's no bells and whistles, just an XLR port on the rear, no switch or nothing. I'm going to leave the levels as they are, see if this mic is hotter or not as or quieter than the SM. Alright. This is the XM8500 coming at you live. Yeah, well, I can already tell. I'm 3.5 inches away right now, and I'm picking it up excellent. So it's already is a hotter mic. I can tell it has a wider response frequency-wise. Let me go to the back and see if we get up anything. Right now I'm talking to the rear. You probably don't hear much. It rejects pretty much as good as the SM48. These sound very similar, and they require almost the same amount of gain on the amp here, so they're very similar in that respect. But it's definitely harder. I don't have to be as close to this mic as the 48 for the same given output levels. So that's pretty cool. Right now I am a good 7-8 inches away, and you can still hear me. You couldn't do this on that SM48. You'll hear nothing. Now I'm back at 3. Now I'm eating the mic, and it's pretty substantially loud. I'm not clipping, but the proximity effect is starting to take effect. Yeah, I did see a little clip there in the light, but all in all, that sounds pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. And of course, to save the best for last, the Sennheiser xs-1 dynamic microphone. It is very bright, very beautiful, very clear. And I'm going to do that right now. This guy has an on-off switch. This thing is an absolute beauty. This is the best microphone I've probably ever had. Sennheiser. Alright, same level, same everything. Let's see. Got the on-off switch. That's like butter. Here we go. It's off. But now it's on. Oh, I can already tell. Alright, so it's got the same output pretty much power-wise as the Berhinger. Only this is a little more clear. Yeah, that's very bright. Wow. This is the Sennheiser xs-1 by Sennheiser. Like I say, Sennheiser is a German company out of the Alps of the Hindu Kush Yes, it is Sennheiser xs-1 with a very bright and responsive dynamic range, as well as a stable yet steady condenser-like system on which it's a half stereo. I'm just kidding. I'm rambling, man. Alright, this has been a test. Looks like, the XS, this one right here is excellent. It is the clearest. It is just beautiful. Although you probably can't hear too much with the microphone that I chose to use here, but we'll see how it sounds. Signing off. This has been a test.